I'm here at Basalte booth with Klaas Arnout, CEO of Basalte. Can you show us around what's new this year at Basalte? So what are the newest projects?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well, first of all, welcome here.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, we're really in here right in the middle of our little Adelante forest. This is a little bit of a playful setting of our new door station.
Okay.
So it's a bit more conceptual. Of course, the actual door station will not show butterflies, but it's a little bit like, more of an abstract feeling of how it could feel and how it would look when you walk through our little forest.
Can you explain the essential pieces of the door station or the modules? Maybe?
So the door station is based around this OLED display.
Yes.
So it's a very high contrast display. It also has a UV protection for outdoor.
Is it the same display as in the alley?
It's the same display, but it's then adjusted for outdoor.
Okay.
So there's different glass. It has different coating that it can be used for outdoor. And then on top of that, you add multiple modules as you wish. So you can add access control with a badge reader. This also works with your mobile phone. You can add modules for an additional camera. So there's a FaceTime camera in the door station itself that gives you a very narrow, zoomed in image of the person in front of the door. It also shows you the person in front of the door also sees himself, so he can position him before the camera. Okay. But then you can add a more...
That's kind of unique, right? That you see yourself in front of the camera, so you get feedback that the person inside can see you or cannot see you.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
That's the big problem with door stations. They have a very wide camera, so you see everything, but the person is always zoomed out. And having the FaceTime camera and also having the feedback on the screen allows the people to put them really in front of the screen. Okay. But additionally, you can also add other cameras with a more wide-angle view, so you can see the driveway or different angles.
Okay. So in that area, I put another camera, a second camera, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we can walk over here.
Come over.
Yeah. This is also something new we're showing, which is a flush mount. So it's not on the wall anymore. It's now in the wall, so completely flush. So very nice with these facade. I don't know how you call this. What's the German name for this?
Facade.
Okay.
Facade, yeah.
So it's integrated in a facade. Yeah. And this is also a new color we're showing. So this is the anodized black, and this is the new painted structured black. So it has a very nice matte finish, which really blends well in with this.
So you have the door station itself, then you have a lighting module.
Lighting modules.
Yep.
You have different modules for the house number. You have a fingerprint module. You have the additional camera module. So you can make it all the way up to a full line, a full vertical line. Yeah.
I believe it's not a secret that this is an e-key finger scanner, but you have a corporation, right?
Yes.
So you have
we OEM the finger scanner, but only the scanner. So behind it, we add our proprietary electronics. So this becomes a PoE standalone device, and it's fully embedded in our software platform.
Yeah, that's important because you have the configuration tool to configure the door station itself, but also the access.
The access control, the permissions for every individual user, you can set it all in the same platform. So also the door station has a code, so it could be badge reader, fingerprint, and the code together. Okay.
That also has Bluetooth?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. So, but you have an RFID module, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's a NFC reader, which is inside the house number, that you can use to get in with a card or with your mobile phone. Okay.
That's what you told me before. You have a second camera.
Yeah, the additional camera, which is a 130 degree wide angle camera that sits a little bit higher, so it could even be more higher, and then it has a bigger overview of the driveway.
So your Adelante is already in the market, right?
Yeah, we're currently selling it. We have a very nice configurator for it, and we will start shipping the first ones next month.
Do you already have feedback from the market, like from beta testers?
It's still early. We have a lot of excited people, a lot of pre-orders, but yeah, we still need to do the first installs in the real market.
Okay, okay, awesome. We are looking forward to that and seeing how well it will be performing. Okay.
Next one?
Yes, go ahead. Okay, of course, if you have like something outside, you need something inside. So that's your counterpart for the door solution.
Yeah. So this is the user interface on the Lena, which shows you the FaceTime camera on the side, So I can answer the call, and then also on the left side, I can see the security camera. It could be the one that's integrated in the Adelante, but it can also be other additional security cameras that I can add to the screen.
So if I have more than one, I can also swipe, right?
Multiple ones, I think in this setup, no. So there's only one configured here, but you can have additional security cameras. So you immediately see what's happening in your driveway, and you can see if what's happening.
And of course, I can open the door.
You can open the door, and you can also add multiple doors. So it's you can add like the gate and a door, or maybe a special opener for the Amazon delivery, like a special, how you call it, mailbox that you can open.
Will you integrate the Doorcom solution into the iPad app as well?
Yes, we have it over there.
Okay. That's something new, right?
That's something new, yeah. So when I ring the door here, the iPad, and this is actually already a cloud-connected interface.
Okay.
So what you see here is happening over the cloud. So this is the FaceTime camera, this is the overhead camera, and then I have also the additional security camera. I have a zoomed-in version.
It's a very nice solution now because the iPad is very fast device.
Yeah. And this means also that you can have this full interface remotely. So if this in the house or you're traveling, you will see that same user interface.
Is it for the end user? Do you have additional cost for the cloud service?
Not at this moment.
Because that's a large discussion, because some people do it, some people don't. Okay. Right.
Never say never, but at this point we don't have additional subscriptions. So everything is included in the cost of the purchase of the Adelante.
Yeah. Okay. That's a very cool new feature, because that was a missing part, to use an iPad as a...
iPhone, iPad, so you can use all your, also Android, so you have all the mobile devices.
Do you have a separate app for remote Doorcom access?
Yes, you need a separate app. We call it the Basalte Access app to have the remote calling, but you can also use that to enter your home as an access control, so as a door entry. Yeah.
Okay, great, thank you.
So this is actually a bit more of a lifestyle component. So at Basalte we believe that smart home should be a more holistic experience where everything fits together and you feel that it's one unity. And here we're also presenting our new Rondo solution. So it's a speaker solution.
And lighting solution.
And lighting, so it's combined. Not all of these circles are actual speakers, so you can also have them just as a dummy, like acoustic surface treatment. I think in this setup, only 2 or 3 speakers are embedded, and the rest is more like an aesthetic completion. So you see this as one total experience, which is something the industry is lacking in our opinion, and it's something that we want to continue in.
Your background is from hi-fi, right?
I grew up in a hi-fi shop. I'm an engineer, so I do a bit of everything in that perspective.
That's why you have a passion for...
I have a passion for technology, but I also have a passion for music, and I also have a passion for design. And then you combine all of that together, and then you get...
Great products.
You get this, right?
And of course, Basalte Sentido.
Still Basalte Sentido, the very first product, is still here, very relevant still, adding the layer of simplicity, the touch sensitivity. So it's, despite the fact that we're already showing this for more than 15 years, it still is a very relevant product and design. And we actually also see that, that this kind of contemporary design is being more and more adopted throughout.
And what's important here is the finish of the sockets match the finish of the light switch, and that also match the finish of the Lena, right?
Yeah, and this is actually also something which is very welcome, because we are the only manufacturer of these touch displays that actually offer 12 different options for the metal. And so everything fits together. If you have it in bronze and brass and nickel, it doesn't make the touchscreen better, but it blends in, and it's also integrated by design, which is very important.
Can you explain what is the advantage of the Lena compared to the iPad solution?
Well, it's, in my opinion, not an or question. It can also be an and question. The iPad is something which can be used for a lot of different things. You can watch Netflix, you can watch the news, you can do all kinds of stuff with it, but it's still a more mobile device, while having a Lena is a fixed solution. It's always there, it's wired, it's connected, it's in that
And
perspective.
it doesn't need any iOS updates and so on, so
it
it's
doesn't need any
very robust.
And also in terms of security, I mean, something happens, I want to see what's happening, I want to see my cameras, I want to see who's at the door. Having a fixed display makes a lot of sense. But in my opinion, you can perfectly combine both of them using the iPad and our mobile docking solution, and then combine it with fixed screens and, for instance, the kitchen or the sleeping areas where you really want to have that fixed solution because it's always there and it's never going to be somewhere else, or it's never going to be out of battery.
Of course. And it's very nice.
It's a very elegant touch. It's fixed to the building, which is also good. So an iPad you take away with you if you would sell the building or something like that. A fixed touch display also makes a lot of sense in terms of this is part of the building. Yeah.
What is your missing part now in the smart home ecospace? Is there something you are still looking for, aiming for, like alarm integration might be something we are looking to in the future? Or
there's a lot of philosophy there, but let's say that the big parts are there. There's control, there's music, there's the Miro remote control, there's the Adelante door station, the iPad mount. So there's a.
Will Basalte aim like to be a manufacturer for like actuators and all that? Because that's another part of the smart home system, but that's not visible. That's the technique in the background.
Actually, that's a good question, which comes up now and then. I don't have the answer today.
Okay.
Never say never, but it has to make sense in terms of the holistic approach of the smart home building. Not just to have another actuator like what's already in the market. It must have a certain advantage of edge that we can use in our holistic approach of everything working together.
Tell me about network components. What's the approach there?
Yeah. So actually a very important thing of what happens in the back, and actually what can also go wrong in the back. When you look at our support issues, then a substantial part of these issues are related towards network problems.
Because everything is
connected.
Yeah, it's connected to the network.
Also,
right?
the new Adelante door station is an IP device. So a lot of IP devices working together. There's a security aspect. There is a certain level of complexity in the configuration.
So suddenly the network itself will be a critical infrastructure in the building.
Yes.
Which was not the case like a couple of years ago, even if we had KNX. That was like working on itself and it's very robust. But now
gradually it became more and more important. And that's also why we, and thank you for reminding me, that's also why we have a new cooperation with Netgear, which is a provider of all kinds of network solutions. And so we are offering high-grade network switches and devices towards our integrators, and also with a full support and integration in our backend cloud. So it's very easy to configure them and also to support them and service them from a remote location.
Because for us as integrator, it's important that the network is stable and we can rely on it. So it will help us to do a good job.
Yeah. And that's in the end, the ultimate goal is to have a happy end customer. And so we are trying to do our little part in that to make that customer happy.
Anything else to add?
I think as a tour of this booth, it's makes a nice roundup, no?
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.